Alright, so I haven't done one of these in a while because of various reasons and things happening and things getting piled up and yeah, just probably pure laziness at some points and just lack of just many different reasons. That being the main one. I have all these things I can do and then everything just goes wrong. But I like talking about games after I finish them. I like to sit down. I need to start doing the game because like it's fun to sit down right after you instead of like when did I beat the game of today, which is Contra 1 and the NES. I don't know how long ago it was. I'm thinking doing the trophy chronicle things where I stop at the platinum and having one of them would take like 40 minutes and then that being a daunting thing to go through and it wasn't even 40 minutes of just talking, it was a 40 minutes like gaps in between just having to go through bit by bit and then things fell behind. But yeah, Contra 1 on the original NES. I've quite a history with this game and not quite a history, but this game has kind of been in my life in some way or another in the background from as long as I can remember. I think it was on like I had this Nintendo 64 controller. It was like a plug and play thing. It's plugged into your TV, have like 50 games on it, whatever. It was there. I played it. Probably didn't get very far. Then growing up, I had it on a camera. I don't know why. It was just a little camera, like four buttons, and for some reason, there's like three NES games on it. That was one of them, Metal Gear and Final Fantasy. I didn't play much because playing Final Fantasy or Metal Gear Solid or original Metal Gear and that thing, NES Metal Gear was daunting. The idea of playing Contra? God. I kind of wish I could go back and try it now, but now that I have finished it, but yeah, obvious reasons why that didn't go far. I'd have games on the Wii, like the Wii store back when you could get games on that with alternate means. Then I'd hear in the future about how it was like one of the hardest NES games and one of the most famous, so I tried it over the years a few times. I got the collection eventually, and on countless occasions, the same thing would happen. I'm gonna finish Contra, and I get like one level in, maybe to the second one, but I definitely never beat level two. And if I did, definitely never level three. And even level two was a stretch. It's possible I got to the boss in level two, but even that, I might have just gotten like a bit into level two. And many reasons why. One, these running gun shooters, side-scrolling shooters, like even now they're not much of a genre I'm into. It's just never been my thing. Two, going back to the start, every time you lose all your continues, I had for the longest time, even though I still don't love it, but especially on like very recently, I had no patience for it unless I loved the game. Even with games like Sonic 1, like, and I love Sonic, never finished that until recently. It's all like I've had it since at least since I was like 12 on the Mega Collection. I've had it on other systems and played it and had it many times in my life. Never finished until very recently. But finally, after playing games like Bro Force, I don't know if that was relevant. If you were to ask me like my any run and gun shooters, I like that would be my one example. But after playing games like Planet of the Apes, Rambo, Predator, I think this NES style, like if kind of running gun shooters, is anything like that. Even though they're very different games, got a lot slower with those. So Rambo would be closer. It made me realize I can push through this. If I can push through something like Predator, I can play Contra. And then I went for it. And did I like it? Did I fucking like it? Without spoiling the tone, I don't think I'm able to hide it until the end, but genuinely, I completely understand the hype. I honestly consider this one of the most close to being flawless masterpieces of all time. Absolutely a masterpiece, absolutely a nostalgic masterpiece for an old school classic. I think it's a near flawless experience from start to finish. The only thing that can come close to a flaw is sometimes like when the bullets can be kind of small and hard to notice, or you can. I'm guessing it's been so long I can't remember the other flaw. I think sometimes I tried to jump and it wouldn't do it very well, but I mean that sounds weird. What the fuck am I talking about with that? That's something that's like stuck in here somewhere, and that's why I want to do is right after. Well, I suppose let's go just through it level by level really quick. The first level, classic, typical, like most iconic level because that's where most people probably stop and die. It's a kind of level that's it's easy enough. You're gonna like most times you're gonna fly through. There's some little challenge stuff that you mightn't fully know how to do it to start it, but that's what makes going through a bunch of times more satisfying. Like at start there's the two bridges when the second you get close and or step on them, boom boom boom, explode, you fall into the water. And then you go to a boss. And oh that's my other flaw. You do get to the boss and a very, very common running theme in this game, it's a turret with maybe a guy. There's a guy at the top and two turrets shooting at you. Then level 2 is a more vertical style level, which again, 90% sure, if even. This was the farthest I got in every attempt except for the last one I did. Well, the last one where the last first attempt, I don't know what you call it. I did Let's Play of this whole thing, by the way, just think. I want to give a quick little nod and props to the Konami collection for this. They have a thing in the collection where you can like hold L1 to a rapid shot. It's not in the original. It's just a super speed shot. Not only do you not have to use it, you can go into the menu and disable it. Every collection that adds conveniences, enhancement, benefits, accessibility stuff should have an option like this. Final Fantasy 7 and stuff, the classic mode where you can turn on God mode and shit by turning the two left sticks, they should have an option to completely remove it. It shouldn't just be an option to use it. You should be able to disable it from being usable. This should be a standard. And I was so happy it was in this game. Just wanted to point that out. Extra props, nothing to do with this game, but definitely a nice thing about the collection. But yeah, level 2, vertical style shooter. The biggest tip I could ever give on playing this game, and after stocking these levels, because they easily are the hardest, especially when you don't know what you're doing well. Duck. Duck, duck, duck. Because it's a mix between guys coming from left or the right of the screen and shooting at you, and they are tough to dodge once they start shooting, because you'll try to jump, get hit by a different one. You try to dodge over here. Oh, I didn't see this one coming at me. And then there's turrets shooting at you too, so it's tough. I think you have to either yeah, there's like you can destroy the turrets, but you have to destroy like glowing orbs, and that's how you move on. There's like 8 or 9 parts to it. And then you get to the boss. Cannons, which are basically turrets, that you have to destroy. Level 3 is a more kind of vertical, not vertical style, but like more the side scrolling or shooting kind of thing, but you have got a more vertical, so you're jumping up. I don't know how to describe that well. Level 2 is more like you're on the same like plane, moving left and right, but you're shooting forward. Most of the game is like you're shooting left and right, and this level 3 is like that, except you can jump up a lot too. And that's most level you're going to go up. Then you get to the boss. What is it? I mean, it's technically like heads on a tentacle, but it's pretty much the same as a shooting turrets of fireballs at you. Level 4 is not vertical style level or like the forward facing levels, and this is the point. Level 2 was the first time I thought, oh, maybe this was a mistake. Level 4 is when I really thought, how the fuck am I going to do this? Not only am I supposed to do this, I'm going to have to do this every time I want to get back to this level. And it is tough. Once you figure out how to play it properly, or more docking, more stuff like that, you will get more. You get more, like, even if this is a roadblock, I think when you beat this level, that's where you really start to feel comfortable. That's the point in the game where I think I really start to feel like, you know what? I'm getting better at this. Level 5 then decides to take that confidence and shove it up your ass. Oh, you are getting your ass kicked in this level. At the start, there's like constant bombs dropping at you. There's turrets, like not turrets, but like more like mounted minigun kind of turret things. There's those, not miniguns, but the same style. Enemies coming from the back, enemies coming from the right, enemies jumping on top of you while there's missiles coming down sometimes. It will fuck you up sometimes. Then you do it with tanks. And you would think it doesn't even look like you can shoot these things. And the enemies like poke their head out and you can shoot there. I was thinking, wow, this is one section where you are never getting through this without getting hit unless you have the spreader, which I should have actually mentioned that probably first. There's multiple types of power ups in this game. Normally, you just have a normal shooting gun. You shoot one dot. But as you're going to get like rapid fire, flame balls, the spreader, of course, which is the weapon of the game, which is three or five bullets, all come out in like an angle of one here, one here, one here. That is the weapon. Like, it is just the weapon in the game. You always want the spreader. If you don't have the spreader, other things can be good, but you always want the spreader. Spreader with rapid fire, that is what you want throughout the whole game. What else? There's like a laser too, it's fine. And then you get level 5's boss. What is it? What is it? It's a thing that floats around and shoots just like down on you. Easily the easiest boss if you know what you're doing well, because if you can dodge as well, you're quickly get used to it. It's just getting to it is the worst part. The tanks, like that's going to be stuff that's going to destroy you. Level 6 introduces new weird things, like, I'm not fully sure how they work. There sometimes they feel time, sometimes like the closer you get to them, where it's just like flame, gone. Flame, gone. The timing on it doesn't matter how many times you play this game. If you are going to just look at these things like, okay, I dodged it perfectly, but I still feel like I'm going to shit myself. You never feel like you've dodged them well. The boss in this level is the only thing that really deviates from the third thing. It's a robot. He jumps over you, he shoots things on the floor at you. Easily the most standout boss. I love this thing. Level 7 almost reminds me of a Battletoads level where it's like moving stuff on the ground or like conveyor belt stuff. Walls will pop up that you have to shoot through. Stuff will come from the back to try to get you. It can really fuck you up. There's like mine carts you have to jump in and then jump out of at the right time. It can really mess you up. This is easily the worst boss in the game. It's genuinely a disappointing. It's not even a boss. It's just two turrets on the ground. Literally just turrets, normal turrets that shoot three bullets. And you have a few waves of enemies coming at you at the same time. Very disappointing. And usually the place where my attempt at a no hit run end. That's the furthest I've ever gotten. And when you get to level 7, not getting hit once, because, oh. And then you by the easiest, most regular enemy shit. Oh. And then level 8 is the alien hive level thing. You'll fight enemies in here. Honestly, it's a shockingly easy level. I think it's the only level going through the game where I didn't have to, return to the beginning. Got to level 2, died enough, back to the start. 3, same. 4, same. Every level. 8 was the only one I finished on my first, not my first attempt, but my first, like, batch of lives and continues. The last boss is decent in terms of how it looks, but it's pretty simple. If you can jump and shoot, you're fine. It's like shoot up here, shoot down there, shoot down there. Hit enemy, because it sends scorpions at you. And like I said, with my one, when I first played through, like I couldn't understand the concept of a no-hit run. I couldn't even understand it like until I got to the end, I think. But like I did it authentically. I didn't use any save states. I didn't use anything like that. I even showed proof every time, like at the start, like at the end of every session. The last thing I would do was just go to the thing, load screen, because I did do one save state halfway through the beginning of the opening sequence, just so I didn't have to go back to the start, click new game, watch the animations. So I just had a save set right to start of the first level. So I'd always load that at the end just to prove I didn't like get through. Because when I was doing like a let's play, I didn't want to be showing the entire thing every time. So I'd be like, here we'll start at level 6. So I wanted to show proof that I did do it legitimately. I've tried to do a level, or yeah, like I said, I couldn't understand the idea until a certain point while playing through it. I got into the groove because I tried to get back as well as I could, as little hits as I could, and eventually I'd be getting through level 1 without getting hit, level 2 without getting hit, level 3 without getting hit. Like I said, I eventually got to level 7, the boss of level 7, and I am easily confident that if I could get through that, I haven't tried in a while. It's just after finishing it, I like I said, it's a fucking masterpiece of a game. It's virtually flawless. Without getting ahead of myself, I think if this game had the bosses of Super C, which I think is not as good in level design, but boss wise, fucking nails it. If they could take that, it would just be perfect. Like this is easily I don't know, getting ahead of myself. But like, it's been a while since I tried a little no hit run, and I just played through this a bunch after I finished it here. I did like I think two. I think I finished a second loop because it gets harder every loop, and then I died in level 3 loop or loop 3. I'd love to just do a let's play again of this sometime. Just try to do level 1, not level 1, no hit run. Someday I think it'll be fine. I'll do it. I definitely think I know I'm capable. Like I said, level 8 is the easiest level. If you can get to level 7 without getting hit, you can do the game. Which is crazy if we consider, like, there was a time where I literally, the idea of even getting past level 2 in this game was a daunting thing. I got level 2, I was like, wow, this actually might have been a mistake. What was I thinking? Why am I uploading this now without knowing I can do it? But yeah, if it's not obvious what I'd rate this, 10 out of 10. Like, this might be the most unreserved, easy 10 out of 10 game ever for me. I'd love to get an NES someday, and if I do, oh yeah, that's another place I tried and failed. The NES Classic Mini thing. That's another place where I kicked my ass before level 2. This is one of those few games where if I ever get an NES, when I get an NES, I'd physical one sometime. This is one I have to get. I'd love to play this on a regular controller to try it out on the original authentic, real authentic experience. But yeah, as a new-ish Contra fan, because like I said, I finished this a few months back. Genuinely, easily one of my favorite NES games. Easily like the top 5. Potential for one of my top 10 games of all time, just like that. I easily understand the hype. I easily understand why it's considered such a fucking classic. And I'm fully on board. What a game. It can only get better from here, right? Jokes aside. Some of the future games are good, but this is the one. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you for whatever's next. Probably Super C. Let's be real. See you then.